Howdy. I'm about to do a quick demo of what has changed and actually what's kind of cool in the game Space Engineers. Uh, I got this game early access about 2 years ago. There was very little in it. It's kind of boring. The building part was fun, but there wasn't any enemies. There really was no goals. Didn't have a lot of parts, so on and so forth. Um, You can see on the screen here, they literally just sent out a bug fix update today, and I just installed it. Um, I haven't tested it at all. Hopefully, there was a problem I've been having that's actually caused a lot of delays in the game. Vehicles exploding for no reason, and it has to do with the way you connect rotors in the game. And I'll show that in a moment. So I'm going to try not to make this too long. Basically what I did, and it looks like I'm in a ship. That's actually not the case. You can see on the map, I have enemies. They're not coming in yet, but I have a mod installed that does trigger sending pirates to attack you. It works kind of randomly, so sometimes you'll go hours and not have any raids, and then sometimes they'll just come swarming at you. So I try to keep an eye on those guys. Let's go ahead and get out. I built this insane monster vehicle. Basically what it is it's a mobile platform that allows me to do mobile refining. So the goal is to take this vehicle across the land and find all the different minerals I need to basically build a ship to get off this planet. That's my personal goal. This station here is a prefab. It comes with the game, with the map, the scenario. And basically, it helps you start out. It got beat up a little bit, but I installed a bunch of turrets, and the defense is really good, so I don't have to worry about too much damage. I'm worried mostly about the vehicles, especially my vehicle here. I call it Octogod because it has 8 wheels. You can see I have these pistons under here, and the reason why I did that is because the brakes on this thing, the parking brake doesn't really work. It's a bug in the game. So basically I'm using the same idea from RVs that have leveling jacks. So I just put 4 pistons in the corners, and basically that's how I park the thing. And it keeps it stable too. You don't have to worry about it moving around for any reason. So I'll go over this really quick. It's all armored. Well, not all of it's armored. The front is mostly armored. It does have some weak spots. I didn't really want to spend more time than I already have on this thing. It's taken me quite a long time to get this thing built because I kept running into bugs. But it does seem to work now. So, jetpack on. You can see it has 2 pilot seats, 2 cockpits, and I actually have these monitors which I put on the sides, which give me the amount of power and any damage and basically information. Each cockpit has a screen on each side, so you can actually see what's going on. It's coming. That's a mod. It's actually a script, and it helps, which is kind of cool. I got these screens. This here, I built this. This is a remote turret, so actually while I'm inside, I'll show you that really quick. It's a rocket launcher. So now I'm in control of that turret, and you can actually turn on, there's a light. If it was dark out, you'd see it much better. But this is for basically a rocket launcher. So it took me quite a long time to get this worked out to actually use the mouse to control it, because you have to like do certain things like gyros to get it to work. So that's pretty cool. I haven't used it against any moving targets yet. I did test it out just against a stationary target. It's pretty destructive. I have these turrets here on the side. These are basically mostly for soft targets. They're called indoor turrets. So it's mainly, to go against the. There are some creatures like armored dogs and spiders that come out in the game, and they'll basically kill you in about 2 hits. So I have a turret here in the back, side. So 3 and 3 there, and then I have one big one up top. This is a Gatling gun. It's mainly for incoming air targets. So if these pirate ships come in, hopefully it won't happen while I'm sitting here talking. This will help take it out. You see I have cameras actually mounted all over the place on this thing, so I can actually see what I'm doing. Because this is so big, it's kind of hard to actually see what's going on around you. I do have, it's not really solar panel or solar powered. I do have some solar panels. These panels here are from a mod. They're just smaller versions of the big ones which are on the sides. It gives me some power, but not enough to really. It's basically to keep the batteries topped off. I still have a couple of very small reactors, nuclear reactors that do provide most of the power. One of the things I like to do is just have big batteries. So since everything is kind of electric in a way, I have a couple of big batteries under the pilot seats here. And I can actually refuel them from the cockpit. So I can have uranium in my inventory, put it into the cockpit, and it'll feed down into the reactors. That's what these tubes here are for. In fact, the tubes also carry oxygen and hydrogen. I haven't. One of the things I added to the game was creating oxygen. You can actually fill rooms with oxygen, and your cockpits obviously with oxygen. Otherwise, you have to use these tanks. So you burn through a lot of hydrogen in the jetpack. So I have 4 of those, and I usually carry 2 oxygen with me. I have some cool modded weapons, because the basic weapon in the game is kind of lame. So this machine gun is pretty awesome. So you'll see that whenever some spiders come after me. I also have a rocket launcher. So those are pretty cool. This has a refinery and an assembler built into it. That's why the thing's so huge. The refinery is this whole piece. It's like this whole giant thing in the back is the refinery. And yeah, that's the smallest one. The assembler is a lot smaller. It fits over here on the corner. And then I have this rotor, which is kind of screwed up. This is basically a hack that allows you to connect large ships with small ships. The whole frame and the front end and the wheels and everything are from small ship parts, and then the refinery and assembler are from large ship parts, because they don't make them for small ships. So I basically had to use this hack to combine the two, and it's been very problematic. I'm never going to do it again, but live and learn. This over here is my cargo container. So you can see right here I have some stuff in here. My goal is to take minimalistic stuff with me. So I have just very little pieces to fix minor stuff. Like if I lose a couple of wheels, sometimes these wheels fly off for no reason. I just consider it like a flat tire. I have enough pieces here to fix a flat, fix a broken panel, a couple other things. Very minimalistic. I'm even taking minimalistic uranium. I mean, like putting 1 nugget in each one of my reactors. So basically it's going to force me to get stuff on the road. Same thing with ammo. I didn't load myself up with tons of ammo. I got 1,000 rounds, which isn't very much for this gun. And then 37 rockets, like 3 dozen rockets. Just enough to get me going so that I have a reason to go mine, and I have a real issue with defense. I have 20 clips in each one of these turrets, and I think 30 in the big one up top. That big one up top just churns through the ammo, so I make sure I got a lot of it. So basically it's just like a mobile refinery. So I'm going to go and find ore and refine that ore, and then use the assembler to turn it into pieces to do, basically to build other ships and stations and stuff. I'm going to completely abandon this place. I'm not going to come back to it. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it to the pirates. So when they come back and do their raids, they can have it. So I originally wasn't going to put this whole top part on here. It was supposed to be just like a big truck, but it got bigger and bigger when I realized that I need to have a medical bay. If I'm on the road, I have no way to heal, and if I die, I would respawn back here. And that's the last thing I want to do from like 50 kilometers away, to respawn here and then have no way to get back to my vehicle. So I put this giant medical bay in over here. So it allows me to heal up and recharge. You can see I got the screens up here too, which tell me we shut the... Oops. Yeah, we shut those off. The screen on the left, I have it set up so that it shows me what ores I have, what ingots I have, and what components I have. So these scroll through. It's supposed to be scrolling through. I can scroll through. We do a reboot. Maybe the timer's off. Didn't do that before. I think I hope they didn't break anything in this last update. The timer's going. These screens changing. I see it changing. This is disturbing. Got my panel set up. Timer block. I wonder if the update broke the mod. It's interesting, it's showing different stats on the same screens. Okay, well that's one thing that's broken. It's not even rebooting. It should actually reboot when I hit the button. It looks like it's stuck. Oh well, I guess I won't be using that right now. Well, move on. I don't really need it. It was just kind of like nice to see what's going on. Okay, this monstrosity up here was supposed to be really small. It was supposed to fit back here without hanging over the edge. But by the time I added everything to it that I needed, like I needed a lot more of these jets than I thought because of the weight. Like when you pick up, this is actually a remote miner. There's no cockpit. You have to fly it remotely, which is a little bit of a bitch. But I kind of designed it. You can see from the front. I designed it so that the drill will cut through in a straight line without, without nothing getting caught on the sides. So it makes a hole just big enough for the ship to fit through. It allows me to dig straight down into the ground and mine the ore. Now what it does is after it digs through the stone, it drops the stone out the back of these two yellow ports. It just dumps the stone, but it keeps the actual ore inside this connector. And then I'll fly it back and park it up top here. This is not a smokestack. This is actually a big connector that the bottom of that ship connects to this, and it drops the ingots, or the ore, down into the refinery, and then the refinery will create ingots. So that's all that ship does, is it detects ore and drills into the ground, and basically it's like a cargo ship with a big drill bit on the front. You'll see that in action pretty soon. So that's all there is to it. I tried to keep it simple, but it wound up being like pretty crazy. It's only had minimal testing. I haven't had it off this platform yet. I could drive it down this ramp and the wheels could fly off for all I know, so let's find out. I'm going to top off my oxygen for the last time before I leave, because once I leave I'm not coming back here, and I'm not going to raid any more of these supplies. So you can see I burned up two tanks of hydrogen just floating around there, so I'm going to go ahead and fill them up. My last top off of the station. Okay. Time for some adventure. Okay, first things first. Looks like it's getting a little dark. So let's get on the headlights. And then I'm gonna lower the wheels. So you see it's already moving a little bit because the brakes suck. Okay, that's interesting. Ah, there we go. Got the high beams on now. Okay, parking brake off. Actually, let me check something. It did disconnect that. I didn't want it to disconnect that. Thing and tell it that I want it to stay connected to that. Whoa, shit. That's what I get for shutting the parking brake off too early. Oh, I'm just lucky that thing didn't explode. There goes the sun. Okay, I need to... This is a problem. I didn't expect it to disconnect the connector. Alright, well the ship's still being held. Being held by this landing gear in the back. Basically what I want this connector to stay on to keep the battery charged. As long as it's connected up to this ship, it'll keep the battery topped off, which it's topped off right now, but what the hell? Oh, I forgot to turn the turrets on. Turrets work quite well. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to figure that out. Every time I turn the parking brake on and off, it's going to change the connector. Alright, well, it's not like I'm going to lose that vehicle, it's just that it's just going to kind of suck that it's not going to stay charged up. As long as it doesn't get disconnected and fly off, I'm good. So what I'm looking for now is some ore. See, this dark patch in the ground is actually ore, so let's see what kind of ore it is. I need pretty much... No, I need silicon. Where did I get silicon? I got magnesium. that's not good. That's not good at all. Alright, I'm gonna put the stilts up. Something was wrong there. I had those set up funky. I almost lost that ship up top. It's not locked in. I don't know why it's not locked in. Yeah, that's not good. Looks like it's locked in. And what I better... Oh, I know why. Whoa! Okay, that was not cool. Holy crap. Well, it's one way to screw up your shit. Man, as hard as I hit the ground, I'm surprised it didn't explode. Looks like I just lost one of the engines in the back. Don't think I lost anything else. Shit. I was actually going to put the thrusters on. Okay, I'm going to have to just risk being down here. Those spider things are going to be all over me here in a minute. See? Didn't even make it, didn't even make it that far from the base. Jeez. Okay, let's do a control. Kick those engines on. Which is what I wanted to do in the first place. Good, those turrets just saved my butt. Yeah, I noticed it's flying awkwardly. Damn! I need to take it easy. Yeah, I'm actually in the camera in the vehicle now. Okay, it looks like the only thing I lost was the one engine. Ah, I got friggin' lucky. It's always a challenge. Okay. See if I have the parts. I mean, I could just go back to base and get the parts, but that's why I brought parts with me. What? seen this before. Why does it say it's only for the large ship? Oh. That's dumb. I don't like that mode. This must be something they just put in. You know, I accidentally submitted to the development thread, or the development build. So maybe this is something they're adding in. It's like a button that lets you switch between large and small parts. I liked it before. There wasn't that switch. You just picked the part, and if you were adding it to a small ship, it was automatically small. Okay, I was like, wow. Alright, dang it. I'm going to have to get this thing up off the ground because this engine isn't going to see the bounding boxes running into the ground. Yeah, how am I going to get it off the ground without it flying away? Well, very carefully, I guess. No! Well, I guess that's one way to get it off the ground. Boy, you know, I'm probably gonna have to restart this video. Oh. Okay. Press R to change block size. You trying to tell me it's still not gonna let me that it's somehow touching the... Oh, I need steel plate. I forgot I emptied my inventory. 30 dir. Ah! Get this bastard on. There we go. So I need construction component, motor, large steel tube. Oh boy. My tire's fucked up. You know what, I didn't bring any large steel tubes. Guess I'll have to make some real quick. Nice thing about having a assembly plant right on the spot, you can just make what you need. Thing is, I don't have any. I have very little ores. I only have a couple of ores that I picked up recently. I said I wanted to start this adventure naked and afraid. Dang it. More motors. Okay, there we go. Now I hope I didn't... No, and I rolled it over. I think it's okay. I don't see any smoke coming out of anything. Let me fix that tire real quick. Either the sometimes these little Gatling guns they're pretty dumb. They like to shoot off the tires. Yeah, you can see there's bullet holes. Really hit the refinery too a little bit. How did it shoot itself? That's impossible. They don't turn down that low. Maybe that was just damage from before. I don't know. Alright. Let's get this friggin' thing flipped over. I should be able to pull that off. Back up a little bit this time. Okay, I need to add. Okay. Thrusters on. Doesn't look like I might be able to. This will be fun. There's not enough. The thing's too heavy. Hey, that almost worked. Whoa, that was close. That was freaking close. Oh, I keep forgetting. You can loot these spiders and get stuff. They basically eat your ship, or they eat ships. So you'll get, you can loot them and get some goodies. Usually it's computer parts and metals and stuff, nothing special. Alright, I got that thing fixed. So, let's lock it down this time. Alright. Unfortunately, you can't hotkey this. I wish you could. You can't hotkey remote. Flip this bitch around. Whoa, that was close. Fortunately, the bumping damage you don't have to really worry about too much, as long as you don't hit really hard. Okay. Here's P. Locks it up. Shut off the jets. Turn off the light. Problem is that it's not. You know, I should probably flip it the other way. On. Unlock the beast. Flip this bitch around so I don't smack into stuff like I just did. See what I mean? This is kind of a bitch. There we go. See, I wanted it, the landing gear in the back to lock and that to lock, so that way. There we go. I forgot to shut the thrusters off. Okay, that's locked in. Problem is, any way to tell this thing? Problem is every time I hit P to for the parking brake, it's gonna unlock this. And you know what? I think it's gonna unlock the gear too. I think that's exactly what happened last time. Shoot. So I can't use P. Because P unlocks these, and I didn't think of that whenever I built this. Well, see, that's why you have bugs. Anyway, I'm supposed to be over ore, and I don't see anything on my display that says that there's ore here. So let's lower the jacks. Let's see. Now, how do I unlock the wheel without hitting P? Is there a way? Yeah, I don't know. As soon as I hit P, it's gonna unlock that ship again, and it's gonna run into the same problems before. Alright. Well, you get the gist of what's going on here. I'll make a second video with some actual adventure. This is getting way too long. Okay.